today we're on part 3 of this 4D space exploration. And today we're going to be looking at satellites.
Couple of satellites coming right up.
Yep. Enjoying a starburst. That's fun. First up we have the Sputnik. Sputnik. The country it was made in was Soviet Union, and it was used in 1957. That's why I do it the other way around there. And it's an Earth satellite, first of its kind that we've seen in the whole series.
So, there we go. Sputnik.
Yep, we accidentally had a wee accidental sneak peek.
Yep. We tried to keep our eyes off it so that we get a first proper look here.
Yep.
So it's pretty cool, isn't it?
And it's like bird's eye view, it's quite cool. Let's see what's under it if we can.
Try and get a look underneath.
It's just a circle. It's just a circle.
Yeah, it is just a circle. It's a little spherical satellite. So you said when we were mentioning this was the next one up that it was the first Earth satellite in the series. Well, the cool thing about Sputnik is it was the first artificial satellite ever created.
Ooh.
So it was the first satellite that actually went to space. Artificial satellite because it's man-made, as opposed to a natural satellite, which is like generally a moon. So the moon's a natural satellite, it orbits the Earth, but then these artificial ones, they orbit Earth as well, but they're man-made. So when this was launched, it orbited the Earth for 3 weeks before its batteries died, and then it orbited for a further 2 months silently, not giving off any of the radio signals with its antennas here that you can see. The legs there, what meant it could send or generate signal frequency, radio frequencies. And after 2 months of not being able to do that, it then fell back down to Earth.
Oh.
Yeah. So it also caused something called the Sputnik Crisis. And what that was is because the satellite was made by the Russians, it basically made the Americans jealous.
Ooh.
Because the Americans couldn't do this yet. And they called it the Sputnik Crisis. And it was after that that they formed NASA to catch up, and it caused what they call the space race.
Oh, right, yeah, NASA is the type of rocket. I'm forgetting, like, what's NASA again? Is it a
NASA's the North
rocket?
American Space Agency. Must be North American. North American? Yeah, it's the space agency from America. It's like the big company, one of them anyway. One of them. It does look plain. It's very simple, isn't it?
So it's a wee bit sad that it's plain, but it looks cool.
Yep. How big do you think it is?
In real life, I think the antennas will be a wee bit smaller than they look, just like a wee inch smaller.
Well, what I mean is, if you were to stand next to that, how big do you think it would be?
Quite big.
Quite big?
Yeah, maybe from like the pavement up to the tippy top of the house.
2 stories tall. You think that could be the height of a house?
Yeah, I think it could maybe be.
Right. Well,
the
let's
height
have
of
a
this one.
quick look at just how big Sputnik is.
Okay.
So what we're looking at here is a technician working on the Sputnik satellite. Agent M, what do you think of that?
Ooh, that looks cool.
Look cool?
Ball is smaller than I thought.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller than you thought, isn't it? To be fair, I didn't realise it was that small either. So it's a small satellite, so that was the first one. That guy's working on it there, and then he must be a Russian, and then they sent it into space, and it was the first satellite.
Cool.
Yeah, and it caused it was the reason that NASA ended up being formed, and then the Americans started with the space race as well. So pretty cool, eh?
Kind of looks like you can see the inside.
I know.
The front bit, and it's cutting open.
Yeah, it could be. It very well could be. I mean, that technician will be plottering about with all the different parts and making sure it's built well to work. And it actually ended up working a lot better than they thought it would. Yeah. So, up next. What do we have up next? Can you remember? Let's have a quick look.
International Space Station. What happened there?
I don't know. Oh, it's still going.
Oh.
International Space Station.
Yep, could just have it behind us.
Yeah.
So, and the International Space Station was used by the America/USA, Russia and Japan, Europe and Canada. Just realised those two at the back.
Yep, used by a few people.
Yep, and it began on 1998, and it was a type inhabited satellite.
Yeah.
If I said that wrong, here's what it says on the back.
Never inhabited satellite.
Okay. And this is a new type. Whoa. Whoa. Cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that looks way bigger than I thought.
Oh, this thing is big. So this is another new type of satellite compared to the last one, in that this is what's called a modular space station, and that means that it is kitted out and inhabitable for longer durations by people. And this thing's always got people in it.
Cool.
So there's astronauts and cosmonauts, because this thing, this station, is actually split into two segregations. One side, which is run by, I forget the name of them, it's basically the Russian Space Agency, and the other side is where all the other nations are. That Russian Space Agency is called, what is it called? Roscosmos.
Cool.
Can't remember what the long name is for it, but yeah, look at this, how close you can get in.
So cool.
Didn't it?
Imagine like we got to see inside it as well.
Look at this.
Like we actually got
If
to
you
see
got to
them.
see inside, would be very cool.
Yeah, and we would actually see astronauts. And do you know what's quite handy from our floor? Kind of looks like a galaxy, doesn't it? Or like
It kind of does. It's very spacey.
yeah. So I'm excited for part 4.
Part 4 is about lunar landers, I believe, isn't it? Episode 4. Look at this here.
Planets.
That's the last episode. That's 5.
Oh. No, I forgot 4.
So also on the space station here, they can do all sorts of experiments. They experiment in astrobiology, astronomy, meteorology. Agent M.
Oh.
You liked the meteor on episode 1, didn't you?
Yeah.
I just saw the space shuttle came up there. It glitched.
Wait, spatial?
Yeah, we done space shuttle in the last episode. They also experiment in physics and other fields, and it's also suited to test spacecraft systems and equipment that would be used in future longer missions to the moon and also Mars. So a lot of stuff goes on in this.
Huge.
Yeah, it's cool, and I've got a really cool video or two that I want to show you just after this, Agent M, and I think, well, it blows my mind.
Right, all mine.
I think it will. Look at all this in here. This is super rad. I love
Like,
this.
how did they have enough time to build this?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I don't even know how long it must have took.
Should Google it.
We will. We will. In fact, after I've checked this wee bit, it's like you can literally see so many different wee parts of it
I
all
know, it's so cool.
away in here. Right, so anyway, that is the ISS. Oh, and these here, Agent M, the blue bits,
Yeah.
are like your solar panels for...
I was about to say like solar panels for internet.
yeah,
And like
likely taking energy from the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although there will be all sorts of different equipment up there for stuff like internet and radio and sending messages and signals and keeping in touch with the governments on Earth.
Yep.
So anyway, how long did it take to build this thing? Let's find out.
Yeah.
So a quick Google search and we end up here on the US National Laboratory ISS website here. History and timeline. The ISS took 10 years
And ferret emissions.
to assemble. So they built it in space.
Yeah. Like when I did accidentally get a wee peek, I did see 10 years.
Did you? That's a long time, eh?
Yeah.
It is the result of unprecedented scientific and engineering collaboration. So you know what that means? It just means that a lot of people and scientists that are really good at engineering and really good at science, they bash their heads together and they put all their information together to be able to build it.
For a sec I thought they actually did be like, just get a circle and be like...
Not quite, maybe they did, I don't know. The space station is approximately the size of a football field.
And they were meant to be really big.
They are really big. Can you remember when I took you outside Ibrox that day?
Yeah.
You remember how the International Space Station would be the size inside that ground, inside that stadium.
Big.
It
Really
is
big.
big. So it's permanently crewed and it orbits 250 miles above Earth.
Ooh.
It's 4 times as large as the Russian space station Mir and 5 times as large as the US Skylab.
Oh.
So we don't actually have any more cards. I wish we had one of the Russian space station Mir. That would have been quite cool, but we don't.
Yeah.
However, there is another couple of quick videos I want to show you. Agent M, you ready to see them?
Yeah.
Yep.
This one is a wee bit of a re-edit, because the last one, this part was like, you could hardly hear us.
Yep.
New background.
New background as well. We've opted for a different video. I think this one's pretty cool. This is a spacewalk video.
Yep. Oh.
So this is them working on repairs, on maintenance and stuff
Oh,
like that.
that thing they're floating.
Yeah.
Oh, and you get to see what the suit's like as well.
Yeah.
That'll be handy in space, just like off from a Rick and Morty VR thing I watched on YouTube. Just like...
A Rick and Morty VR?
Yeah, on YouTube. And guess what?
Look at the Earth there. What?
Literally, there's a wee bit where you get to go to a wee satellite type of thing.
Right, okay.
And you have to get a battery, and literally in the game you actually see just beer flowing about. Like, I think the person playing it tried to grab one, being like...
Yeah. Have you ever seen a video from the space station where the astronauts have like water and that floating about and it's all floating about? It's cool. I see the reflection in the visor on that astronaut Earth one behind.
Don't know why, but I feel like in most videos I have to yawn. I don't know why.
I wonder how many viewers will get a contagious yawn. So it looks cool, isn't it? See wee bits floating about. So they're always going to be strapped in as well, I believe, clipped in to make sure, sort of like when we're abseiling that time. Although you weren't, but I was, but you know that time I mean. You know, to keep them safe, don't want them to float away, because it's not like they can get back. There's nothing there. You know, it's a vacuum, so the movement would just keep on going. They wouldn't
you
claw
fly
back.
to the black hole, like black hole person. Ah.
Black hole person would be bad. Other parts. So, and the cool thing with the space station as well, I don't think I mentioned before, is that other spaceships where new astronauts can dock at the space station, and then they can switch over. And I mean, some of the astronauts stay for months at a time.
Cool.
You know, kind of like Thunderbirds. In fact, it's just like Thunderbird 5.
It's also saying cool.
In fact, it is Thunderbird 5. That's what Thunderbird 5 is.
See how you can see like all the air?
Yeah.
You can also see that there's white, but then a really light grey. That will be the clouds.
Yeah.
You can see the clouds.
Yeah, you can see the clouds. Look, here's the land down here.
Yeah.
Look, you can.
I really wish they just skydived.
There's the edge of, what will that be?
It'll be like a river.
South America, I believe. This will be America coming into South America, I think. Where, what is it, Brazil first?
I really wish they skydived. I want to see a skydive from space.
We could watch a skydive videos next, yep.
Yeah.
But they could go straight actually from space. They call it a space dive, but it's not actually space. They're within the atmosphere of the Earth. It's just very thin, it's very high. But not this high. This is 250 miles above the Earth.
The suits, it even has a flag and like that. Oh my god, what is that? That's huge.
All the different parts are like the
we
different
can
parts
see a
we
person
zoomed
face.
in.
I just seen a person face. I just seen the face.
There you go.
Their face.
Face of astronaut. Pretty cool, eh?
If that looked like a YouTuber, I would definitely want to get a wee sign in for YouTube and be like, subscribe. to whoever it is.
Yeah, I think they've got the
Ooh,
the
thing from her earlier, from the video that we had, were redoing.
yeah
right
the 4D visual that we saw, like the solar panel things. See, that looks like a pod there, American flag.
Yep.
Look at the big clouds and that over the whole Earth there.
Maybe Agent K will be coming round later to watch movie.
Looks cool. Look how complicated it all looks.
Yes, just
I think that she was going to come new and watch this. I was like, I don't think she's coming. Right, okay. Well, that is a Space Walk video, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't say bye.
I know. I'm kind of like, still watching it. It's so cool. Right, enough of that one then. On to the next part. And finally, what we're looking at here is live right now.
Really? So someone's doing this right now?
This is a camera on the outside of the International Space Station right now, moving past Earth here. Well, not past it, around it. It's orbiting it. And here you can see an astronaut working away on the bottom right. The middle screen looks like its trajectory around Earth as it orbits, and where it's going to be in the night sky, or the sky perhaps. And then the one on the left, can't quite tell what that is.
Some
earthy,
like
spacey picture.
Yeah. Kind of looks like that might be the station.
Could be.
Cause this looks really big.
This guy looks busy.
That must be the station. It's huge. That's definitely the size of a football pitch from Eagle Eye.
You think?
Yeah.
Or do you think it could maybe be a satellite image of a city? Maybe.
Maybe.
A different picture
What's
somewhere.
that? It's like I thought I was seeing like a dog mouth, like a weird dog nose with like human mouth, like or something like that, printed on camel. I was like, what?
Well, that is the view right now. So that's all we've got for this video.
Yeah.
Do you want to do the little honours?
Remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, hashtag
Space Station.
or hashtag NASA.
Hashtag NASA. That's a good hashtag.
And comment down below if you've been in space.
I don't think many people have been in space. I wonder how many people have been in space.
Yeah.
Although, if somehow an astronaut finds our video, then yeah, definitely leave a comment below. Good idea, Agent M.
And click that bell button.
Oh yeah.
And share it with all your family and friends. And as a wee reminder, next month we maybe will be doing shout outs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just wee reminders.
Okay folks, that is all.
Yep, auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen, bye.